Hello everybody, this is the King of Pikmin here, and today the Combat Pack 2 trailer dropped, and I just wanted to do a breakdown of it, let you guys know what my thoughts are and whatnot. So before I start the video and the breakdown, I'm just going to tell you guys my initial thoughts when I first saw the reveal trailer, not the gameplay trailer, the reveal trailer of when they showed what 4 characters were going to be here. My initial reaction was really bad because I was really mad about there being 2 guest characters. I mean, I still am pretty salty about that, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I just wanted more Mortal Kombat characters. I was really hoping for just 4 Mortal Kombat characters, returning or new, it doesn't really matter. Just I just didn't want any more guests. But at the end of the day, I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and just getting new content and characters makes me happy. But I was very surprised with how good Leatherface looks, because I mean, I'm a sucker for chainsaws to begin with. So I mean, I knew I might like some of his moves and stuff at the start, but I still hate the way he looks and everything. And Alien, I just don't think fits still, even after seeing the gameplay and everything. I just don't like the Alien. I don't think he fits. I don't think it fits, or it has any cool moves, or I just don't like it. It just doesn't seem right to me. But without further ado, let's just get into the trailer and the breaking it down. So there's Leatherface, of course. I mean, again, not a huge fan of his character model. So right there, we saw that Triborg is actually 3 robots. There was speculation going around that it was going to be 1 robot that changed colors and took the moves of Cyrax and Sector, but no, it's 3 different robots. Alright, so here, first, I'm just going to play this twice. I'm going to play each portion of each character twice. First thing I want to mention is just how well the new characters animate. Just look at this. So Leatherface, obviously, we just got him going ham with the chainsaw. I love this move here, where he's just gutting their side with the freaking chainsaw. It's a really cool move. And right here, clocking him in the back of the head with a mallet. Now, I don't know much about Leatherface, so I didn't know he would have a mallet. I thought it would just be some fat guy with a chainsaw, which it pretty much still is. But here it is again. He looks like he's going to be an overhead monster. It looks like all these moves are overheads. So it's one of those characters that you just don't want to block low against. Based on, just what I see, it looks like he's got a lot of sweeping overhead attacks. And there he is again with the enhanced side slice. It's a really cool move. And then his X-ray. I don't know if that chainsaw is levitating. I think it's more like he stabbed him in the gut and is letting it fall. But we'll see. Now Triborg, right there, he actually had that string in MK9 Sector. When it comes back to it, I'll show you again. Of course, he has his uppercut. And Cyrax's bomb right there, it hit on impact. Normally, you just toss the bombs, and he has his back too again from MK9. But when you would chuck bombs with Cyrax before, he would just chuck them on the ground, then they detonate after time. But it hit Sub-Zero and detonated as soon as it came into contact. And right here we have Smoke. If you remember from Mortal Kombat 3, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Smoke had Scorpion's harpoon. So they pretty much brought back the harpoon, but in its own way, which is nice. And there he had an air grab. But here, we're going to do this again. We have Sector with his straight missiles enhanced, letting him combo off of it. And then Cyrax right there, the bomb hits Sub-Zero and bops him up again. It doesn't look like it was meter burned either. And there's the back 2 again from MK9. And right here he has a string that ends with a buzzsaw and just probably a high damage ender. And right here we have a teleport from Smoke that launches, which is going to be nice for projectile zoners and everything. And there's the harpoon I was talking about. Restands on pretty much the equivalent of Scorpion's harpoon. And then we have a string that leaves him airborne, and then he does an air grab. I believe that was an air grab. I'm pretty sure it was. And here, Bo Rai Cho. He actually looks really fun, I'm not going to lie. But right here we see that he vomits. And right here, this move's pretty funny, although I'm not going to lie. He just lands and farts right in their mouth. But if you look at his flask, though, you can see that it's glowing with the power of methane is what it looks like. His canteen, his flask, whatever you want to call it. Well, now he doesn't have the flask glowing anymore. So my theory is that the farting and vomiting is just a specific variation. And right here, I love this X-ray, dude. When I first saw that, I was laughing so hard. It's just so funny how he just chucks him straight face first into the ground. But here we go. So you see the flask gets green with the power of methane is what I like to say. And then, so I think the vomiting and farting is going to be just in this variation. I still think that move's funny, even though I don't think farting has a place in combat. And right here, that string, it doesn't look like his normal grab. It looks like a string that leads into like a hit grab, if you know what I mean. Kind of like Kano's wood chipper, where he like kicks him and then stabs him and then body slams him. And right here, he has the stick he used to use back in Deception and Deadly Alliance. I think that's going to be a second variation. I'm not sure what his third one might be. Maybe just like drunken fighting. But we'll see. And then Alien, as you can see, it uses its tail a lot. Like, it moves forward while swinging the tail out, which I assume is a string. I don't know if this whole thing's a string. It's really hard to tell with Alien what's a string and what's a special move in this trailer. Obviously, you have a face hugger jumping out. This looks like a like the Queen Alien or something. Probably the equivalent of like Broodmother Devora. Doesn't probably play the same, but I'm just saying, like, it's like the mother, you know, and like has xenomorphs coming in to help her, and has is planting pods with face huggers. And right here, the Alien actually has Baraka's Chop Chop move. If you guys remember that from MK9 and all, like, anytime Baraka was in Mortal Kombat, he had the Chop Chop where he got to one knee and just sliced them up. And as you can see, it looks like the Alien's getting that again. So right here, we have a move similar to the Predator, lifts him up, slams him down. But right here, the face hugger jumps out, and I think this is the Broodmother variation. Well, I said Broodmother, but I think it's just like the Queen Alien. Has a xenomorph jump down and help and launches if you enhance it. So if you don't enhance it, probably just drops down and does like a low hit or something. It's hard to tell right now. And then this is the Baraka Alien with the Chop Chop move. With the enhanced one, I assume, is what adds the tail stab at the end. So, yeah, there's that. And then, of course, the obvious fatality of the tongue sticking in their face. And then right here we have Leatherface just gutting some fool. And I'll get back to that Bo Rai Cho fatality, because that cat, like, he still has his flask on his right hip, and he's doing like some overhead attacks. But when it I'm gonna replay this. Well, we get Sub-Zero gets the nut punch of the century right there, and then the face hugger. I mean the thing popping up. But look, Bo Rai Cho, that casket or the cask isn't the same as his canteen. So like he just gets that out of his booty, I guess. I don't know. He just pulls it out of his booty, and then there's the nut punch of the century again. Then I say face hugger. I don't know what to call that thing. It's just an alien bursting, the chest burster, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's my pretty much breakdown. It was probably pretty fast. I mean, I didn't really stick to very much. I just let it play. But seeing it in slow-mo hopefully helped. So Bo Rai Cho, that green flask, I feel like is just like his like gaseous variation where he just like has like stomach problems and just starts vomiting everywhere, I guess, is what that green flask is. And then the Alien seems to have like a Queen variation where like the xenomorph comes to help, and she planted like a pod with the face hugger that jumped out. So yeah, I mean, that's interesting. And then Bo Rai Cho also had the stick in one variation. I'd assume, since the flask isn't green in the other two Bo Rai Cho scenes where he's using the stick and doing his X-ray, I'd assume that the green flask is just like like I said, the gaseous variation. There's not much to say about Leatherface. It's hard to tell with him. Like, I don't know if he's getting like what his variations are going to be. I guess one, he might have the mallet, but he uses it in his X-ray, so he has to have it in all variations. I really don't know what's going on with Leatherface, but I actually did think he's actually he looks pretty fun to play. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I am a sucker for chainsaws, like I said, but, you know, just a quick breakdown. Cyrex's back two's coming back. He has there was no sign of his net or his teleport, so he had his buzzsaw and bombs. And the bomb worked a little differently, it seemed, with like the hitting Sub-Zero and bouncing up immediately instead of like going through him and then landing on the ground and then detonating and being unblockable. So maybe it's like an actual projectile that arcs, kind of like Johnny Cage's plasma balls. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of the Kombat Pack 2 in the comments below, and I'll be sure to see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I was able to point out something that you maybe didn't notice. Oh dang, I forgot one thing. Sorry, I know this video is probably pretty long, but I forgot. I'm gonna put Bo Rai Cho's gameplay back on the screen, because just look at how beautiful the pit stage is. like the pit is returning. I completely forgot to mention that, but the pit is coming back, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, like I don't know what else to say about it. It's probably the best looking map in the game, like undisputed. It's like the scope and scale of it is huge, and it's just beautiful. Like I said, like the lighting, everything about it is just beautiful. And if you look on the back, I don't know, I guess Blaze is fighting somebody, but yeah, that's just like a side note. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, like I was saying, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.